Welcome to the Car Compass. My name is Sandu, and in today's video we have a hybrid comparison at Honda Civic, and this is the comparison you are looking for, the Sport Hybrid versus the Sport Touring Hybrid. They're both in 2026 models, and obviously they both come with the hybrid system. Now the price difference between these two is going to be $3,000. The Sport Touring Hybrid comes in at $32,295, to where the Sport Hybrid comes in at $29,295. So exactly $3,000 difference. And I'm going to show you exactly what the differences are, starting with the front end bumper sensors. That's the first difference you're going to find. The Sport Touring has them, the Sport does not have them. The higher grille, you're going to find high gloss for the Sport Touring, to where on the Sport you have matte black plastic. If we look at the windshield, you're going to have rain sensing wipers for the Sport Touring, to where the Sport does not have them, and this is how it looks, a picture side by side. Now before we move forward, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. That's really going to help me out to bring you more content like this one, to grow my channel and be able to have access to more cars easier and faster. Also, don't forget to adjust your settings. This video is filmed in 4K. Make sure you adjust those YouTube settings to watch this at the highest quality. Thank you, and a big shout out to Honda Folsom Lake here in Folsom, California, for providing me with these cars for the review. The reason I'm carrying this measuring tape with me is because once we get to the cargo, I'm going to give you measurements into inches, not just cubic feet of space, so you know exactly what you can fit inside the Sport Touring or the Sport Hybrid in Honda Civic 2026. Now I was trying to get both cars in the same color. If you prefer to do a comparison with different colors, let me know, because there are different preferences between my viewers and I really want to know exactly what's best for you guys. Now moving forward, I'm going to show you more differences to the side. But before we do that, let's discuss some trim options and engine options that you get in the 2026 Honda Civic. The trims you're going to find is going to be LX and Sport, and that's the gas-powered engine. And then you have the higher trims, which are the two in our video today, the Sport Hybrid and the Sport Touring Hybrid. These are the trims you're going to get, and the engines for the gas you're going to get 2.0 liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated, bringing 150 horsepower and 133 pound-feet of torque. The ones in our video today have the hybrid engines, and that's going to be the Honda's 4th generation 2-motor hybrid electric system. This powertrain combines two electric motors with a 2.0 liter 4-cylinder engine to deliver 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque, paired with an eCVT transmission. Now these two in our video today, they have an MPG of 50 cc and 47 highway. There is no difference as far as that goes. Now let's talk rims. Let's go ahead and talk the Sport Touring first. It's a two-color rim, and the rubber you're going to get is a Continental Pro Contact RX, to where the Sport in our video today has a one-color rim, and the rubber is going to be a Goodyear Assurance. Now the suspension is McPherson front suspension with multi-link rear suspension for both of them. The next difference you're going to find is going to be the low-speed braking controls that you're going to find in the Sport Touring Hybrid, to where the Sport does not have them. I cannot show you a picture side-by-side comparison because I don't know where to find that difference, but the MSRP stickers will show it at the end of the video when I'm posting it. Next difference is going to be your side mirror. The Sport Touring has the blinker lighting integrated, to where the Sport does not have it, but they both come with heated mirrors, non-foldable, no auto dimming, and blind spot assist on both of them. No other differences here on the side. They both come with the sunroof and the moonroof. They both have capless for the tank, and they both come with the 10.6 gallons for the tank size capacity. Now let's go ahead and talk rear. And we're now here in the rear with the comparison, and I turned the car so the sun beats directly on them because I care about the quality of my videos and I want to show you the exact differences in the sunlight. The first difference you're going to find is going to be your brake light. On the Sport Touring is going to be full LED, to where on the Sport is going to be the regular red brake light. Next differences is going to be your bumper sensors. The Sport Touring Hybrid has them, to where the Sport do not have them. Another difference you're going to find is going to be the badging, and that's pretty obvious, but I'm still going to include that. Obviously the Sport says Sport, the Sport Touring says Sport Touring. Now another difference that I'm not going to be able to show you a picture, but I'm going to show you in the video, is the way you're going to open the trunk lid or the tailgate. On the Sport Touring, it's like an electric assisted once it gets all the way up, to where here on the Sport does not has that like a brake, so it doesn't go all the way and come back. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I press the button and I try to go up as hard as I can, and I can't. To where on the Sport, I'm not going to go really hard, but it goes like this and comes back. So that on the Sport Touring does not happen. Now, as far as the interior goes, they both have the same cubic feet of space, which is a 14.2 cubic feet of space. They both have 60% for the driver, 40% for the passenger side, for the backrest of the second row seating. And they both have latches here to drop that. They are both exactly the same. No spare tire in any of them. You have the tire inflator kit, and you do not have a 12-volt outlet, or you do not have a subwoofer. In the past, I know the Sport Touring Hybrid, because it has the Bose sound system 12 speaker, used to come with the subwoofer, but not anymore. You do not have a subwoofer in the Sport Touring. And obviously you do not have it in the Sport. So now let me show you some measurements. And this is the Sport that I'm showing you in the video today. Right now it's going to be about 40 inches right there. Your entrance, I'm going to give you two different positions. It's 22 inches right there, and then the second position I'm going to give you is going to be right here, about 18.5 inches. In between the wheels, you're going to get about 40, almost 40.5 inches. So that's a pretty good space here in the trunk. And now let me show you exactly once you drop that backrest, how it looks. There you go. Oh, the seatbelt is in the way, but you get the point. And then here, once you lift this, you're going to have more cubby room or personal space with the tire inflator. Now we're done with the exterior differences between Sport Touring and Sport. Let's go ahead and talk interior differences. Now I'm sitting inside the 2026 Honda Civic Sport Touring Hybrid, and I'm only gonna sit in this one because I'm gonna show you side-by-side differences with the comparison in pictures, and you're gonna see the exact differences. So bear with me because there are a lot of differences between these two models, and that $3,000 difference, I think it's worth paying for. You're gonna decide for yourself at the end of this video. The first difference is going to be the trim or the inlays. You're going to find the difference on the door panel for the handle, Sport Touring versus Sport. Second is going to be the seating surface. You're going to get leather trimmed seats in the Sport Touring to where the Sport has just cloth. Another difference you're going to find is for the passenger seat. On the Sport Touring is electrically controlled with 4-way power adjustable, to where the Sport only has manual controls. The next difference is going to be the audio system. In the Sport Touring you get Bose 12 speaker audio system, to where on the Sport you only get 8-way standard audio system. So no Bose in the Sport, Bose in the Sport Touring. The next difference is going to be your armrest. In the Sport Touring is going to be leather wrapped, to where on the Sport it's just cloth. And I'm hoping that those side-by-side comparisons really help. And now moving forward, you're going to have differences in drive modes. Here in the Sport Touring, you're going to have an individual drive mode, and it's going to look like this, to where on the Sport you do not have it. The next difference is going to be your screen, the infotainment screen. This is going to be a 9-inch infotainment screen, to where on the Sport you only have a 7-inch. And this sidebar is going to be different. Your interface is going to be different. You're not going to have Google Maps in the Sport. You're not going to have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, to where on the Sport Touring, the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is wireless. This is your interface in the Sport Touring. It looks so much better. And all the apps right here with Alexa, Google built in. You're not going to have wireless charging pad in the Sport. That's another difference, and you're going to find that here in the Sport Touring, to where the Sport does not have it. And now we're moving to the rear view mirror. The rear view mirror here in the Sport Touring will have the auto dimming capabilities, to where the Sport does not have it. And this is how my filming gear looks like, if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel. The next difference is going to be the controls right here, the SOS button. You do have an SOS button in the Sport Touring, to where the Sport does not have it. And the next difference is the sunglass holder present in the Sport Touring, to where in the Sport it's missing. Now the steering wheel. A few differences here is going to be the inlays. Here it's a satin in the Sport Touring, to where on the Sport you have high gloss. Difference in buttons on the left and the right, but everything else is the same with the stitching and leather wrap steering wheel. The cluster is also going to be different. Here's a side-by-side comparison so you know exactly how it looks. So I think these are a plethora of differences between the sport and the sport touring, and you let me know if that $3,000 difference is worth paying. Now let's go ahead and see what the second row seating brings you in the sport touring and you do not have in the sport. Now I'm sitting on the second row seating of the 2026, still in the sport touring hybrid. I'm not gonna go in the sport at all because I showed you side-by-side comparisons in pictures, and I think that's enough for you to see the differences, so I don't have to waste your time. The biggest difference you're gonna find here in the rear is going to be the door panel for the rear door. You're not gonna have high gloss, you're not gonna have leather, and you're not gonna have leather wrap armrest. That's a big difference here for the rear door. The bench is also different, cloth versus leather trimmed, but this in the sport is not fully cloth, it's semi-cloth, which gives you the sides, the bolsters and all that in leatherette. So that's a very good thing, but it's still considered cloth. Now, nothing else is different. You still don't get a pocket for both of them for the driver, but you do get a pocket for the passenger. You get an armrest in both of them, and they're both leather wrapped, so that's a nice thing. Now, MSRP stickers. Here's first the MSRP sticker for the 2026 Honda Civic in the Sport Hybrid, coming at $29,295. And now here's the MSRP sticker for the 2026 Honda Civic Sport Touring Hybrid, coming in at $32,295. That's a $3,000 difference. You make the decision if this makes sense for you. If I would be to choose, I would go with the Sport Touring for only $3,000. You get so much more in this Sport Touring. Let me know in the comment section below which one you would choose. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That's really gonna help me out to bring more content and grow this channel. And thank you for watching.